Molly, 1937, 1947.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Poor gerbil. What are you gonna eat? Is that starfish? Can't see the name. Oh, swing? Savine? I'm bad with names.
I kept eating and eating.
I was supposed to eat Two-Face.
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Oh, okay.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
It was Christmas. Where'd the bird go? Did I just... Nope. Can I jump over there? I don't think so. Up here? Right here, right? Yeah, oh, okay.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Yep, there we go. Cats really jump this far?
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Oh.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Don't hear nothing. Over here.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Okay. Oh.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
There you go. Okay. Vertical. Inverted controls.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Where you go? Where you go? It disappeared. Ah. Did I get it? Where you go? What? That's right behind it. Alright.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I must say, where the blood? I'm sorry, Seal.
I grabbed on tight. Oh, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
I'm an octopus?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
How you don't hear that?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Sailor, what shall we do with a drunken sailor? His belly was rusty, His belly was rusted. He was bleeding.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Oh,
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Up we go.
I got closer and closer.
I'm gonna eat parents now.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Okay, Molly.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh wait, she did die as a kid. Oh, that monster's real, but yeah, 1937. 10 years. I hear a cat. Is that a cat, right?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Built 1937. Edith Finch. Oh, Molly Concepts. The mysteries of death and thereafter. Oh, Barbara. So these must be other Finches.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
17-year-old woman refused to evacuate because of a forest fire.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Eh.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Louis, 1988, 2010.
Her room was like a museum.
1937.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Oh, that's nice. Guess we're not supposed to go this way. This way.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Is that carpet? In the bathroom?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
What? 11 years.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Oh, wait, what is it? To command center. Explore the universe.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.